When they first imposed martial law, they said it was a temporary precaution. Everyone stay indoors for 30 days, they said, while they deal with the wretched rage virus. I survived the initial phases in my warehouse, subsisting off peak refuel food and toilet paper tablets. Night after night, I kept hordes of marauders and zombies at bay, but eventually they got the jump on me. I had no choice but to bug out with a truckload of supplies. I managed to find an old fallout shelter from a Cold War era to hunker down in. It was the perfect place, but along the way I got sick, and I desperately needed medicine.
Oh man, this thing just keeps getting worse. Looks like I'm gonna have to venture out and find some medicine. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we... Oh. Oh, hello there, stranger. My, you look positively wretched this fine afternoon.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel like it too, man. You got any medicine for me back there, Mo?
Ah, it's medicine you seek. I believe I have some elixir in the back for that very purpose. For the right price, of course.
Oh, thank God. I got something here I think you're really gonna like.
Oh, wait! What's the guy got to do to get some bullets around here?
Yes, my good sir, I will serve you in just a moment. We have all the munitions fitting for a knight of your stature, I assure you. Anyway, stranger, like I was saying...
Listen here, you old warlock-looking son of a bitch. I got 20 damn doubloons right here in this bag that says you're gonna go and hobble off and get me all the bullets that I need.
Gold? My friend, we have not traded in the fine gilded metals since the shadow descended upon us. A time when all manner of wild beasts roam the boundary lines.
What the hell kind of sissified poetry slam crap is spewing out your mouth, old man? What do you mean you don't take gold? What about old Betsy here? She's a real pretty girl, isn't she? Don't you worry, old girl. We're gonna make sure you get fed.
Try to set the night on fire. Come on, baby, light my fire.
What the hell is that?
Hey. Hey, dudes, any of you guys got a light?
Oh, hell, man, good luck. This guy ain't even accepting gold over here.
Young man, I do possess numerous incendiary devices to meet your needs. The question is, what does a vagrant like yourself have to offer in return?
Let me think here for a sec, man. I got these sunglasses, they're pretty cool. T-shirt.
You got a pretty mouth.
Whoa, that is trippy, isn't it? Oh, I know, man. Check this out. I got a few smokes. They're a little squished, but you can still make it work.
Sir, I'm afraid these paltry trinkets are of no use to me and are
I'll tell
insufficient
you what, you
for
Jerry
trading at
Garcia
the
draft
finest
dodging looking son of a bitch. I'll give you these here 20
Since the
doubloons for them
shadow
smokes.
descended upon us, a time
hell,
when
man,
all
good luck.
manner of wild beasts...
Enough! Mo, as I was trying to say, I got something here I think you're really gonna like. 480 grams freeze-dried beef straight out of the old world. Last you up to 25 years. Oh my. The medicine, now.
Yes, of course, right away. Oh, you know, I've not seen a treasure so precious as the bovine flesh since the great shadows descended upon us. A time when all manner of wild beasts roam the boundary
Man,
lands.
didn't I tell you to stop talking like a girl? Come on.
And you know what? Throw in some bullets and a lighter for my friends here while you're at it.
No, darn it. I guess that communism ain't too bad after all, ain't it?
Absolutely, whatever you wish, sire. There you go, my friends. Safe travels.
That Canadian pepper ain't too bad after all. Yeah. Thanks, man. Don't mention it. Thank God. Well, it looks like my journey is finally coming to an end. Sure has been a long one. I've met many cool people and changed a lot. Well, time for the prize.
Looks like I'll be taking them stogies off of you after all.
No!
Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. I am very excited today. I finally made my way out of Bartertown. I got the medicine that I needed and I'm back and I'm feeling good. The lights are back on. The grid is now up. The apocalypse is over. Normalcy Norman got his light. Oh, actually no, he got jumped by the All-American Prepper. That's too bad, isn't it? I have my protege here. My nickname for her is Ellie because she reminds me of the girl off The Last of Us because she is a marksman. She is a sharp shooter, learned everything she knew in the Canadian Cadet Corps. And when I first put a real firearm in your hand, it was kind of embarrassing, to be honest. You know, you showed me up.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. You also happen to be a great cook, so I figured what better way to include you in a video than to sample some freeze-dried food. Now this is gonna be different because all of this food is pre-cooked. It lasts 25 years. And if you guys recall, we've done a lot of reviews of Peak Refuel. You guys probably remember the Peak Refuel challenge I did. Well, Nutristore uses the exact same ingredients. In fact, Peak Refuel, the combined meals are made from Nutristore ingredients. Nutristore sells a variety of different types of ingredients. So they have your meats, which is color-coded in brown. They have cheeses, more options than I'm showing here, but just so you know, just so you get a sense of some of the varieties. They have the pre-made meals that are orange. What do we have over here?
You have your vegetables, which are color-coded with green, and then you have your fruits, which are color-coded in this reddish, pinkish color.
Now, what's the big deal with Nutristore? Obviously, we know there's a lot of freeze-dried foods on the market. First and foremost, I would never do a sponsored video for a company if it was garbage. Nutristore is just a high-quality company. That's all there is to it. There are only a handful of freeze-dried food companies that I endorse. Nutristore Peak Refuel is one of those companies. You can just tell by the quality of the food. One of the biggest things you want to look for when you're buying wholesale freeze-dried foods is, does that company sell meat? If they sell meat, that's a good sign. There's a lot more hoops you have to jump through in order to sell meats. So it's a sign that it's a higher quality company already. And you're always gonna get that All-American Prepper guy coming in here and saying, man, I'll eat anything when the apocalypse comes. It don't matter what it is. The truth is, you're still gonna be more picky than you realize. And as much as you might think that you'll do anything you need to survive, ask yourself, are you doing anything you need to survive right now? Moment of philosophical contemplation. I don't know. I would much rather invest in something that I knew I was gonna use, even if it didn't hit the fan, than to buy something that if it didn't hit the fan and it tasted disgusting, that I would just throw it out. So you have to pay a premium for this kind of stuff, but it's well worth it because you'll always find a use for it.
You can make almost anything with these ingredients. It's not just one meal. There's many options that you can make with this food in front of us.
Like you say, you can get the pre-made stuff. This is gonna be very similar to the Peak Refuel. In fact, it's pretty much exactly the same. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the amount of combinations, especially somebody like yourself who knows their way around the kitchen, you're gonna be able to combine this into all different types of things, I could imagine, hey?
I mean, when shit hits the fan, there's not gonna be many options for cooking, but starting off with ingredients, that's good.
I mean, I'm not gonna be picky, you know, give me some rice, some soy sauce, maybe a little bit of chicken in there, and I'm good to go if the shizzy hits the fizzy. I guess I should first talk a bit about what freeze-dried food is. Do you know what freeze-dried food is?
No.
You don't have any you don't have any idea whatsoever?
I do, but I can't explain it as thoroughly as you.
Okay, well, how about you give it a shot? Let's see what you know.
My understanding of freeze-dried food is you're sucking out all of the moisture from whatever you are freeze-drying. When you're taking out the water of these ingredients, you're making it more shelf-stable.
But how is it different from dehydration? Why wouldn't you just dehydrate stuff?
I don't know.
The difference between dehydrated and freeze-dried, one of the most important things is that freeze-dried will last 25 years and up. It retains all of the nutrients. maintains the original texture of the food. 98 to 99% of the moisture is extracted. Dehydrated, only 95. Now you might think, oh, 3%, but that's a big deal when it comes to preserving the food over time. You really have to get all of that moisture out. But you maintain the original texture, and that's the most important part that people need to realize. When we start rehydrating all this stuff, it's gonna taste very close to the real thing. It's not gonna be a 5-star meal, but what you have to keep in mind is that I can open this up 20 years into the apocalypse, and it is going to taste almost exactly the same. Isn't that amazing?
Truly.
Are you amazed?
Amazed.
Do you know who Klaus Schwab is?
No.
He's the WEF, World Economic Forum guy, who wants to kill all the cows so we can't eat meat because they're destroying the planet and all that stuff. Well, get a load of this. In the future, when everybody else is eating bugs, because meat has been outlawed, unless you live in District 1, and unless you have some kind of weird shade of purple hair, you're not going to be able to eat meat. This beef right here is going to appreciate in value. Right now, we're seeing all kinds of problems all over the world. It's impacting agriculture. It's impacting our ability to get meats at a very low cost. In Canada, most people can't even eat meat anymore. Not the real meat anyways, because it's just too expensive. So imagine buying this right now at a premium, which you'll pay, but then in 20 years, it still is going to taste exactly the same. Most food depreciates. Like you go to the produce section, that food, it is starting to decay. This is just like wine. Well, maybe not quite like wine. It doesn't get better, but it doesn't lose its value. And because the cost of food is constantly going up over time, typically, especially moving into the future, as we have all of these geopolitical issues around the world, there is a very good chance that the cost of this beef is going to double, triple, quadruple in price throughout your lifetime. Easily throughout your lifetime. So that's why I'm always encouraging people, don't be shy against stocking up on this particular type of food that is high quality. We've done videos on canning. We've done videos on using Mylar bag methods, food preservation methods. We've done videos on our own in-house freeze dryer, the Harvest Right. But for some people, for the sake of convenience, if you have disposable income and you want to make an investment, a lot of times people are looking at things like precious metals. You know what precious metals are? This is your chance.
Gold?
There you go, like gold. Gold, what else?
Silver?
Silver, yeah. Precious metals. They retain their value across time. The problem is you can't eat gold and silver, but you should still stack it if you can. With freeze-dried food, it's the same thing. It's an investment. This is always gonna have value. It's very important that if you are relying on freeze-dried food, you have an ample supply of water in an emergency. There's a lot of companies, they have buckets that look just like this, but the actual quality of the product that is inside is nothing like this. So make sure that you get the meat before Klaus Schwab hunts all the cows and takes it all away from us. Stockpile your cheeses in your dairy before they find some reason to ban that. Stockpile your vegetables before they make gardening illegal. And make sure you get some fruits too for your smoothies and whatnot.
Do your research and listen to the instructions, or follow them.
Listen to the instructions, yes.
There we go.
Okay, yes. I think it's time that we start doing some cooking here. Again, don't expect 5-star cuisine. This is one of the problems. You get all these fussy Karens in there saying, oh, well, the texture just wasn't quite the same, and it was kind of greasy on top, and it was a little too crunchy for me. Karen, do you want to survive or not? Snap out of it. Dominic, which one would you like to sample? You're gonna sample the chicken? All right, sample that chicken. Try not to spill it. How is it? 9 out of 10. Can you give us a thumbs up? Sweet. Okay, now let's move on. What do you want to try next? The diced beef? All right, try it out. Try it out. How is it? Be honest.
It literally just tastes like normal meat, kinda.
Right, that's what you want, right? You want it to taste like normal meat. Well, that's good. All right, Naomi, what is your appraisal?
It's like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Crunchy.
So 6 out of 10 because one wasn't rehydrated enough. Fair enough.
You know, I was a big fan of the dehydrated strawberries, so trying them rehydrated now.
Try them out.
I mean, it tastes like a strawberry. You can't really ask for anything else.
How's the strawberries?
It tastes exactly like strawberries that are roasted on fire.
Strawberries roasted on a fire?
Well, the strawberries are warm, so it kind of tastes like it's like cooked almost. What?
6 out of 10 for me.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was a 10 out of 10 for me. I really like those strawberries.
So she's going back for the beef. Did you notice that? She's going back for the cube beef, and she's diving into the cube beef. She said was a 6 out of 10. So guys, just, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I'll try some mashed potatoes. This one I'm skeptical of, so.
I'll try it.
What do you think?
I like it how it just like dissolves in your mouth.
It's mashed potatoes, so.
I know, but smashed potato.
What do you think? What's your score?
10 out of 10. I like
I'd honestly give that one a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna eat this. Screw you guys. Anessa, do you want to try something else?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for these possibly raw potatoes. They could be cooked. I don't really know. You're pretty sure they're cooked, or you know they're cooked? You know what? It tastes like a potato. No, it's kind of hard to, you know. Of course, if you add the seasonings and you add the flavors, you're not gonna get that starchy, potatoey feeling.
it. Does
So as it is right now, I would say it's about a 7 out of 10, but as soon as we get all,
The season and stuff.
yeah, there's a lot to work with.
Who wants to try some corn, please? You want to try some corn? Do it up.
That tastes exactly like corn, just like normal corn on the cob. Like literally, like 10 out of 10 left.
10 out of 10 for the corn. Thanks a lot for helping us out. All right, guys, check out what I did. I did this all by myself. I want to talk about this cheese. I've always had problems following instructions. As you know, you were able to make this cheddar cheese, rehydrate it, you followed the instructions, and it worked out marvelously, I must say. This is like real deal cheddar cheese. Tell us how you did this.
I just followed the instructions. You're supposed to put way more cheese than water. With most of these, it's either equal to or a little bit less than. This, to make the cheese, was only half a cup of water to 2 cups of cheese. So not much moisture needed to be added in.
That makes sense because cheese is mostly fat.
Right. And what I also did, unlike all of these, it had to be refrigerated. So before I left work yesterday, I made sure to get a big bowl of cheese ready for us in the morning, and I refrigerated it and just took it out when we got back.
We went over and above. If this was just me surviving when the schnitzel hits the fitzel, I'm just pouring water into all these canisters and I'm eating it right out of the can. When we have the sous chef in training here, she wants to do it this way. We're gonna power our stovetop with our portable power source. So tell me what to do here, boss.
So I want you to put all of this beef in this bowl into that pan. It's been preheating for about 5 minutes now.
Okay, should I put butter in there first, do you think?
Do you want to add butter into it?
Don't we want to prevent it from sticking?
It's a non-stick pan.
It's a non-stick pan, but I want butter in it.
All right, well, we'll get butter in it.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that butter sizzle. Let's get 2 in there.
All right.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pour all this beef in here, just like the boss said. And we're gonna put a little bit of onion in there.
Just about half of that bowl. We don't need the rest of it.
I love onions, man. If it was up to me, I'd be putting this whole bowl of onions in here.
Now, normally I don't usually mash with a fork, so the mashed potatoes are gonna be a lot thicker than I'd usually like, which is fine. We have cream and butter and all of the sorts, so it won't really matter. They're quite easy to get mashed. They're already wet. You don't have to worry about cooking it again. I'm gonna be adding a pinch of salt into the potatoes. Maybe we'll do an extra one. Then we're gonna be adding some pepper and some of that garlic salt.
Some of that garlic salt. All right, there you go.
And I just want you to put that beef into the glass cookware.
Okay. I'm gonna try to avoid getting some of the water in there. She wants me to mash the corn, but I don't think you mash corn for shepherd's pie. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Do you mash the corn for shepherd's pie, or is she nuts?
I could be nuts. Okay, so we've got all of our corn on there.
My favorite part is
Look
coming
at
up.
those layers. Look at that layers.
You already added all this spice, right?
Yeah, we sure did. Hopefully it worked.
We're missing one more layer. What layer is that?
The cheddar.
You know I like cheese, so
Don't do a thick layer.
I'm doing a thick ass layer of cheese. There's never enough cheese.
It's not lasagna.
Ta-da! Is that it?
I can argue it's too much cheese, but I'm not the cheese spreader. So we'll just go with it. And now we're gonna be melting down this cheese and we'll show you guys the finished results.
All right, guys, check this out. Look what we did. Myself and Babushka Prepper here. Do the honors.
A lot of cheese.
I loved me some cheese.
We got some peas on the side here.
Peas on the side.
It's not the prettiest,
Well,
but it's a meal.
I think it looks delicious. You gotta try this, man.
It's not like fresh ingredients, but the idea is there.
These peas actually rehydrate very well. You know?
Yeah.
I think they're juicy. High fives. We gotta get some people to try this.
Wow.
All made with Nutristore. Very good. You know? Anessa cooked it. See? All right, guys. Check out the link in the description below. Get it now at 10% off for a limited time because food prices are going up again soon. Capitalize on it while you can. You will not be disappointed. Get some of this stuff, bury it in a bunker somewhere, and in 25 years, you can pull it out and it's probably going to be worth 10 times as much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Canadian Forever out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, where you'll find high-quality survival gear at the best prices, no junk, and no gimmicks. Use discount code PREPPINGGEAR for 10% off. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.